oxygen not included. So the project I have for us now is to grow mushrooms. So the reason for that is I'm tired of mealwood. Mealwood, I need 5 of them in order to cover 1 duplicate. So I'm not even growing enough for my base. It also requires a lot of work. It grows really fast, which you would think would be nice, but that really just means that it needs to be harvested so regularly. So that's just manual work. So I want to get off that. I could have either done bristleberry or blossom or mushrooms, and I just decided this playthrough I'm going to go with mushrooms. So this project's going to be a little bit larger, so I'm going to break it down into 2. The first part is going to be all the infrastructure necessary to grow the mushrooms, and that's what we're going to cover in this episode. The next episode will be the second part of the project, which is all the biology around the mushrooms. That's finding the spore and collecting the slime. So mushrooms need to be cooked into fried mushrooms. So let's carve out a place for a kitchen. Let's start with that. It seems natural to me that a kitchen is going to have a sink for someone to wash their hands before they cook. Installing an electric grill. That's where the mushrooms will actually be cooked. I already have someone that has the skill for that, but if I didn't, I would want to make sure that I do. Alright, so above this, I'm going to actually store the slime. Now, slime is more difficult to store than other materials, and that's because it releases polluted oxygen as well as slime lung, which is nasty. Disease that can be transmitted to these guys. But there's a property of it, if it's overpressured, it won't release that oxygen, or polluted oxygen. And it can be overpressured if it's in water. So let's store it in water. So now that the grill is complete, I'm just going to mark fried mushrooms to be cooked forever, so the cook knows to do that. If they find bristleberry and grub fruit, why not cook that too? We do have some natural plants around. Okay, so up above here, this is where I'm actually going to grow the mushrooms themselves. I'm going to do that with farm tiles, and I've got 2 materials to build that with, either dirt or clay. Now, dirt has a negative property of slow heating, so I'm going to, that's not going to really matter over the short term, but over the long term, it'd be nice to have that made out of clay. Okay, so now that I've got some clay, I can click on Farm Tile. Be very sure to click clay if I want to avoid slow heating. I'm going to put it above this storage. Now I'm also noticing that this area has already filled up with water. I want to destroy it before it fills over. Not the end of the world if it does, I just have to have one of them clean it up. But the nice thing is I'm going to put a storage bin here, fill it with slime, and my duplicates can actually just take it and throw it up in these tiles. They don't have to be up with the mushrooms themselves to get it in there. They can actually install it. Actually, I do need to dig that out so they have access. So there's a property with mushrooms that they don't like light. So I'm going to want to make sure I don't trap any of these light bugs in this area. Okay, we're ready to make our storage bin, but I cannot actually mark that as storing slime because I haven't been in contact with slime yet, so that I'm not able to set that, but I'll remember to do that in the next episode. So this area I want to grow mushrooms, but I want them to be fertilized. In order to do that, I need to have a station, a farm station. Someone needs to have crop tendering ability. So if I look at my skills, hopefully, oh excellent, look, Rocket here has improved farming 1. That doesn't give them the ability, but they want crop tending. I can click on this, and they'll get it. Miner, I might as well give them Abyssallite mining. So the farm station, that requires fertilizer. So why not put a storage bin right next to it for that? Alright, we've actually left engineer trapped. It's because this isn't constructed, so I'm going to mark this as being a really high priority. And get them out of this jam. We've got a sore back, but hopefully they don't make a mess. Alright, so we're nearly complete. I don't have the biology, as we mentioned. We're going to do that in the next episode. Mushrooms don't like light. We don't have the shine bugs in there, but they also need carbon dioxide, which we don't have. So let's go to an area where we have carbon dioxide. We don't have a lot, but the plants don't need a whole lot either. Actually, I need to research that. Get an air pump. Okay, so that research was quick. I'm going to put the pump right here. Let's just check that it's powered. Yep. And we'll bring gas pipes up so we can deliver the carbon dioxide. And I don't believe I mentioned the whole thing that I'm doing here is carbon dioxide is going to be down here. The plants will be, or the mushrooms will be here, but I don't want to have the duplicates standing right here because they won't be able to breathe, essentially. So that's why I'm having the ladders. They can still access the plants that are just underneath them. So that's what that setup's about. So people are idle. So I'm going to do some of the research for the next phase, which is going to be exploring the slime areas. Now, let's bring that back a second. I want to have this thing here, a deodorizer, that converts polluted oxygen into oxygen. And I'll explain why I'm doing that more in the next episode. But I would say we've got everything complete. Carbon dioxide's landing there.